Now she wants to know if she's tripping, but I'm not sure if I'm not tripping. I'm not sure if I'm understanding her right. But it sounds, well, you listen to it and you tell me.
So I got a question, y'all. Tell me if I'm tripping right. So I had ended up getting $1,386 in food stamps. I applied for food stamps in September 2025, and I was getting letters like for at least a month or two after that, stating something about food stamps. It never said I had it or I didn't, but it had said something about food stamps. Okay, cool. So May 7th, 2026, a few weeks ago, I ended up getting a letter finally that actually told me I had food stamps. Okay, so a week after that, I ended up going to the welfare office. I ended up getting me a EBT card, and that's when I learned that I had $1,386 on a food
It's
stamp
not
card
going to
because
last.
I asked the guy at the welfare office to tell me my amount because I didn't know I had food stamps until May 7th. So my grandma texted me a few days ago, and she was like, "Oh, I want food stamps. Can you, we're going to pay for them. Me and my husband, we're going to pay for them. So can I buy some food stamps?" So she was like, I was like, yes. I was like, well, let me know, da 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 da. So she said, well, I'm gonna let you know because I don't really know when I want them yet or whatever. Now, when she texted me at that time, I only had $717 left at that time because I was spending it. I bought stuff for the house that I live in already, so I was spending some of them.
Wait a minute. Okay. She managed to get a good deal of money a couple weeks ago, but they're going to be shutting that down. I mean, maybe something slipped out, but if she's not going through the requirements, they're going to shut that down. I mean, people just aren't getting. Some people are getting a lot, but some people are getting their benefits reduced. Their SNAP EBT reduced, and isn't selling food stamps illegal? Like, if you really need them, why are you selling your food stamps? That's illegal.
So she texted me like an hour later and was like, "Oh, I want $300 in food stamps for $200." I said, "Well, I can't give you $300 in food stamps because I only have 717, and I still got to buy more stuff for over here as well because I only bought stuff for the deep freezer. I didn't buy stuff for the refrigerator and the cabinets and the regular freezer. So I need my food stamps."
Wait, so she's on food stamps, but she has a deep freezer, a regular freezer, and then another one. You got three, but yet you're on food stamps. Like, you don't have any money, you don't have a job, but you got three. Most of us only have one or two. You got three.
So she was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, I can give you 150 and stamps for 110." She was like, "Oh, that's not how they do it." Da 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 da. I
That's not
said,
how
"Well,
they do it.
respectfully, everybody. First of all, you're not supposed to sell food stamps. It's illegal for one. But if
Exactly.
we take the illegal part out of it, I said everybody sell food stamps differently. Not everybody do 50 cents on the dollar. Some people do
Take
75
the
cents. Some people do
illegal
higher,
out
lower,
of it.
whatever." I said, when y'all go to Walmart, y'all don't argue about Walmart prices. Y'all don't tell Apple what they should be charging. Y'all either buy it or y'all be shutting the fuck up. That's just what it is. I said, but it's like when it's family, it's like,
Look, I don't condone all this swearing, but I mean, there are people on YouTube, and that's just how they talk. But she said it's illegal. Isn't that illegal? But I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what it sounds like.
Like, y'all always want to say what y'all won't do, what y'all can't do, or y'all always expect a discount or look out for cousin, look out for auntie. No, you fucking get what you pay for. No, times is not the same. We're not looking out for the cookout. We're not looking out for cousin Tisha and auntie Ricky. We not doing that. You get what you pay for. Like I said, when you go to Walmart, y'all don't be arguing about why the body wash $30 a bottle or why the deodorant $14. You
Yeah, we
either
do.
pay for it or you don't. But it's
We
like when
still
it's
argue
family, it's
about it.
always a hassle with a fucking family member. It's always they should feel like they entitled and all that. Okay. So I asked my mom, I said, "Do you think I'm wrong for charging my grandma?" So now my grandma was coming today. My mom told me my grandma was coming today. So my grandma ended up, before she came, I asked my mom, I said, "Oh, grandma, I'm coming." She like, "Yeah, well, grandma, I'm coming," or whatever. I said, "What's she coming for?" I said, because we didn't speak about the stamps for like 2, 3 days ago. She was like, "Oh, yeah, well, she must be coming about the stamps. So
Wait a minute. Is that a stapler in her nose? And is that a? Don't that hurt?
So my mom, and I asked my mom, I said, do you think it's wrong if I charge her $150 cash for $200 in stamps? She's talking about some, yeah, because that's not how they sell them. Da, da, da. I said, well, first of all, inflation is going up. Nobody really selling food stamps anymore cause
Wait, is that a staple in her nose?
everybody need their food. I said, it's no longer really 50 cents on the dollar no more. Like, shit is going up. If you don't like it, get your own food stamp. It's the reason you coming to
50
me, because
cents
you
on
can't
the
get your own
dollar.
food stamp. So it's like, I'm confused.
This is like a business or something. 50 cents on the dollar, a markup. Is this a? It's not a stock, is it?
But I already know how my mom is, so I'll end up leaving out of her room because, of course, that's her mom. She's gonna say stuff that they want to hear, not the truth or the matter of the fact. So my grandma get here, and no, my mom was like, "Oh well, you can't keep." What my mom said? She was like, "Oh well, you can't keep the food stamps forever." Da 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 da. You might have to get more. I said, "I'm not trying to keep the food stamps forever." I said, "I started off with $1,386 in food stamps." I said, "Now I have $688." I said, "So it's not like I'm trying to keep the food stamps forever. Because if I was trying to keep the food stamps forever, I would never even had $688. I would still have $1,386 in food stamps. So I'm literally spending the food stamps as well. So I'm not trying to keep the stamps or keep them forever. It's the fact that my grandmama has said that she'll do $200 in stamps for $100. I said I'm still not willing to do that. I said because I strongly feel like $200 in stamps is more valuable to me than $100 in cash. Yes, cash is more flexible. Yes, you can take the cash and do whatever you want with it anywhere. But $100 in cash is $100 in cash, and two.
See, that's exactly why people apply for food stamps because they feel it's more valuable than cash. Why go out and get a job and get paid money when you think food stamps is more valuable? And now I see it. Now I see why they want to get on the food stamps.
$200 in stamps is $200 in stamps, and I feel like I'd rather keep my $200 in stamps because I'll be able to buy more with $200 in stamps than $100 in cash. Yes, cash is flexible, but you can't really buy nothing too much with $100 in cash versus when you buy stuff with $200 in stamps. $200 in stamps, you can only buy stuff in the market, but you able to buy more shit with $200 in stamps. So I didn't really feel like that was a fair trade or whatever the case may be. And mind y'all, on top of that, they cut my food stamps off. So all that $1,386, I had that from back money. I had that from, it was growing on my account from September 2025 to January of 2026. So it stopped January 2026. So I don't have no more food stamp benefit or anything at all. Like January 2026 was my last fucking deposit, but I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago when I checked the app because I just found out May the 7th that I got food stamps. So I had food stamps sitting on a EBT card that I never had because welfare never called me or sent me a letter stating that I had food stamps until May the 7th. So I had $1,386 sitting on my account for 5 months, and I did not know until May the 7th.
See, it's just like I said, they're going to stop that. Remember I said earlier in the video, she's getting this money, but they're going to stop it. And what did she say? They wound up stopping that.
So I feel like, so also they stopped my benefits. So I called the guy this morning, and the guy pretty much said, well, if you don't have a job, then you can't get food stamps no longer than 3 months. He said, but if you don't have a job and you qualify for food stamps, you have to get like an exemption letter from your doctor stating that you have a mental health issue to where as though you cannot work or you have limitations to working. He said if you do that, they're going to be able to give you food stamps for 3 years. If not, I'll have to keep reapplying for food stamps every 3 months if I don't have a job or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the exemption from my doctor or whatever the case may be because I do have mental health issues that kind of limits me from working.
See, and there's no way they can prove that. There's no way a doctor can prove that. So anybody can walk into a doctor's office and say, "Oh, I got these mental health issues. Oh, I'm this and oh, I'm that," and the doctor will write up something, and write them up some medication, and then they take it down to their benefits office and get benefits. Anybody can do that. They can lie and do that. And nowadays, when she says $200 is worth more than, or $300 in cash is worth more than $100. You can actually go into some places and pay with your EBT card and buy stuff that's not even food. Some places are doing it illegally. They're letting you buy stuff that's not even food.
So when my grandma get here, I'm like, how much you giving me for $200 of food stamps? She like, $100 in cash. I said, well, I can't go that low. I said I could do 150. So my mom in the background talking about something. Mom, you might as well go to the market with your cash. Da 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 da. I'm like, but mom, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my mom, she's very fucking manipulative, and she always want control. Like my mom type of person. Like I'm not even trying to talk bad about her social media, but she always want control. Like it's either her way or the highway, even when it don't have shit to do with her. Like I'm 22, about to be 23, and my mom loves to try to have control over me and what I do, and that shit is so fucking crazy and manipulative as hell. Like, so I said, well, the lowest I can go, for you, grandma, is 130. So she like, all right, well, I could do 130. Da da da. I said, yeah, but I can't go no lower than that because I don't even know when I'm going to get food stamps again because my food stamps got cut off.
You're not.
I said, so even if I give you $200 of food stamps, I'm only going to have $488 left because I got $688 now because she didn't use the card yet. So I'm only going to have $688. I got $688 left right now. But after I give you $200, I'm only going to have $488, and I still got to buy food over here where I live at.
Wait. Let me say, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Please subscribe. Thank you.
So that fucking money gonna be going on top of me not having no more benefits because they stopped it because I gotta refill it out again because it only lasted for 3 months. So I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get approved for more food stamps. And I got ways of getting cash. Like I do my own little social media shit. I can get paid from Instagram and stuff. But that's not the point.
See, and that's another way people are scamming the system. They are making money on the side, but they're not reporting it. They got these side gigs. They're making money. You see them. They got nice cars, nice clothes, but they're not reporting it. They're like, oh, I don't have a job. I don't have money. I need my food stamps. Oh, this and that, this and that.